Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Spider-Man No Way Home 3D. I did not anticipate this coming to physical release, but it did, courtesy of Random Space Media, based out of Australia, so you will have to import this if you're thinking about getting it. It's a great movie. If you don't get it in 3D, you should definitely get it in 4K. I think it's one of the best movies out of Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some people would argue that it's just the other Spider-Man that made the movie what it is, and that they kind of carried Tom Holland through the movie. Never been a big Tom Holland fan when it came to Spider-Man, but to be honest with you, you really see some good character development. I mean, it's amazing how far his character has come. I'm gonna try not to spoil it for you, but be warned, there may be a spoiler in there. So if you haven't seen it yet, maybe go watch a different review, because sometimes I can't help myself, sorry. Anyway, this is PG-13. You're gonna hear a couple bad words here and there. Nothing too bad though, no F-bombs. There is a little bit of blood. Other than that though, I think it's pretty safe for most people to watch this with their kids. So this movie, it takes place right after the last one. So, Spider-Man's been outed as Peter Parker by Mysterio. It's all over the world. He's the most famous man alive now, or infamous. And he's trying to cope with that. And, it's ruining his life. He can't get into the school that he wants to get into. So what does he do? He goes to Doctor Strange and he's like, hey man, can you just cast a spell? And he's like, yeah, sure, man. So, they do that. And of course, that's what leads to the rest of the movie, the multiverse. You got bad guys from other Spider-Man movies from the past coming in, which was a huge treat for me. I think in 2001, when the first Spider-Man movie came out, I must have been in high school, and to see Willem Dafoe again on the big screen as Green Goblin, I mean, the guy's the GOAT. It was awesome. Anyway, now the real question is, how is the picture quality, right? Do I want to spend $39.99 plus tax and shipping to get it shipped over here to the United States or wherever you're from, respectively? Well, I'm the kind of guy that buys everything in 3D just to keep the format going, but I understand some people, they're a little bit more frugal or responsible with their money. So, you know what? I would probably say wait till it comes down 10 bucks in price before you purchase it, but that's just me, and I'm going to tell you why. If you saw Spider-Man Far From Home, the 3D Blu-ray, you'll know that that's an amazing 3D presentation. I gave that one 5 out of 5 stars for depth, and I gave it, I believe, 4 out of 5 stars for pop-outs. The picture quality was bright. You had really vivid colors. The surround sound was evenly distributed. Didn't have to turn up the volume at all once I had it set where I wanted. The dialogue was clear. This one, it's a little hit and miss. So the best 3D moments in this one, you're going to find in the very beginning of the movie when Spider-Man just finds out that he's been outed. He's in New York City, he has MJ, and to escape the paparazzi or the crowds or whatever, he takes her and he's swinging through the city. You got really good depth there. It looks like you're swinging with them. The end credits too, when he's taking off out of his apartment, I believe it's Christmas season and it's nighttime, he starts swinging through the city as he's making his outro from the movie. That part is really good too. Another memorable part is the first battle scene with him and Doc Ock on the freeway bridge. That one had some sensational depth. It was a bright scene, so you could see all the different layers of objects that were standing out in the foreground and in the background. You even have some scenes where it looks like Doc Ock's tentacles are sort of coming out of the screen. It doesn't quite break it all the way and make you go cross-eyed, nothing gimmicky like that. But, he'll have Spider-Man by his neck, and that'll push into the background while I want to say the elbow of his tentacle looks like it's kind of coming out of the screen a little bit. You'll see things like that in there. But for the rest of the movie though, I don't want to say it was because there were a lot of dark scenes, because I've seen movies where there's dark scenes and the 3D is still good. I just don't think that they really put much effort into these scenes on the movie, to be honest. There's a lot of scenes where they're just standing around talking, it's dark, and I had to take off my glasses to see if I was watching 3D. And it looked flat, it looked 2D. There were a lot of moments like that throughout the movie. And that's saying a lot coming from me because, like, not to brag or anything, but, you know, I got the LG OLED. Anyway, it probably might look better on a projector. That's probably going to be my next stop. But, yeah, as far as my TV goes, you know, it didn't look that great. It looked okay. So I want to say for depth, I'd probably give this one 3 out of 5 stars. It would have been 4 stars if it was evenly distributed throughout the whole movie, but it wasn't. For pop-out effects, or the, I don't know, I think somebody told me it's called the Z-axis. I don't know. Anyway, for the pop-out effects, I'd probably give this one 2 might be generous, but I don't know. I'll go with 2 because there are a few scenes during the battle scenes, like I said, where there are some objects that look like they want to break out. Not quite, but and then there are also some scenes where there's snow or rain, and you know, the environment starts to look like it's coming out of the TV and into your living room a little bit. But other than that, it wasn't all that memorable. Also, the picture resolution, it seemed a little muddy at times. You know, it's 1080p, I get that, but it is upscaled on my Blu-ray player. And, you know, I just, when I watch Marvel movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp or, you know, Eternals or whatever, the resolution on those movies looks super crisp, but there was a lot of soft moments, especially on people's faces. It just almost at times it looked like I don't know, they had clay faces. So I don't know what that was all about. Surround sound, the surround sound was actually really good when compared to the 4K version, which has the Dolby Atmos. This one has 5.1 DTS HD Master Audio, and it was really punchy. My bass rocked my couch a little bit. There's a scene that's really memorable at the end when the universe starts breaking open and Doctor Strange is trying to, you know, seal that up. And you hear this, what sounds like the cracking or the breaking of glass and crystals going all around your speakers in your room. So it sounds really wonderful. Of course, it is missing the overhead sounds from the Dolby Atmos, but it is really good too. The only thing I didn't like about the audio was that there were some scenes, particularly when they're not fighting, when I had to turn the volume up a lot more to hear them talking. It seemed like the non-action scenes dialogue was a little muddied as well. That could be me. Maybe I just need to recalibrate my surround sound, but that's just what I got from it. If I was going to recommend which version to get, honestly, I have to say the 4K version. The 4K version looks super crispy. The colors, of course, are a lot better with the Dolby Vision HDR. The Dolby Atmos surround sound is obviously stellar. It's from Sony. They usually do really good with that stuff. Even if the 4K Blu-ray isn't IMAX enhanced, I still think it's the superior way to watch it if you're doing physical media. If you are hell-bent on getting the 3D version, I still don't think it's worth $45 or $50, depending on where you're at. Not only that, but this is Region B, so unless you have a region-free Blu-ray player, you won't be able to watch this. So you'll have to buy one. I have one already. If you're a 3D Blu-ray collector, you probably should get one regardless, because there are a lot of really good titles out there on 3D Blu-ray that you're depriving yourself from watching. Ratatouille is one of them that comes to mind, or Big Friendly Giant. So anyway, yeah, that's what I think, folks. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you have any questions, maybe I can comment and give you an answer. But yeah, overall, the movie is great itself, so even if you are watching it in 3D and it doesn't look that great in 3D on your screen, you're still gonna be, you know, overwhelmed with such an awesome movie. I love the ending to this. I'm not gonna say anything. I was about to. There we go again. I'm spoiling stuff. Anyway, have a good night, folks, or morning, wherever you're at. Thanks for watching. God bless.